come with us in this week's episode as we cross the iconic Nullarbor, but a little bit different.
Here we go now, we're on the old air highway, woohoo!
Yep, that's right, we take the dirt option and travel up the old air highway. Adding to the remoteness, we see a hell of a lot out here and was well worth the detour.
That's just the highlight of my Australia trip, that.
Keep chugging away.
If you slow down a bit and just take the roads less travelled, it really becomes an adventure. And that's what we're all about. So come with us as we step back in time and travel the old air highway.
Well, this moment has been coming for quite a time.
It has.
6 years it's taken us to start the Nullarbor, crossing into WA, and we're starting it here.
We are at Penong. Is it Penong? Penong.
Yeah, I don't know, P-E-N-O-N-G, Penong. Yep.
Penong.
And Australia's biggest windmill.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're here at the Windmill Museum. Anyway, this episode is going to be the Nullarbor. We're going to take our time across it, which I know a lot of people don't. And we're even going to take a different route than everyone else. Lenny doesn't know about this yet, but we are.
Obviously, I don't.
Yes, a bit of dirt road action.
I thought there's only one road.
No, there's not. That's what everyone thinks. There's more than one road. More than one way to cross the Nullarbor.
Righto. We're in for a treat, I'm sure.
Yes, we are. Anyway, we're full of fuel. Got 300 litres of fuel on board. Full of water. Roughly 300 litres of water too.
Not much food.
I know, not much food. We're going to give you all the stats on how much it costs and the fuel we use getting across. Anyway, let's go.
Our first fuel stop for this trip is at Ceduna.
Fueling up, big fella.
This will be the starting point for our fuel stats at the end of the episode. We paid $1.90 here for fuel, so every jerry we own was filled.
Keep chugging away. Where are we headed?
To a pink lake.
Lake McDonald.
So, not far from the Windmill Museum at Penong is the turn off to Lake McDonald, a pink lake in South Australia that is just a must-see.
So this is Lake McDonald. Go in there, dog. Get a taste of that salt.
No. You having a taste? Ugh.
It's so salty. Pink lake, pretty cool. Now we do have to find camper tonight. You don't like pink water? Is it in your cuts? Is it on your legs? Yeah, we told you not to go in.
You don't want me to camera you?
Men don't like pin lakes.
Right, so we ended up finding a free rest area to just pull up for the night. But yeah, we're having some crab, leftover crab.
Yep.
From last week's episodes. If you didn't watch that, we went to the coolest place that we've been to. Hey,
I'm calling it the best camp in South Australia that we've been to.
Yeah, it was bloody beautiful, and we only had stayed in the rooftop tent.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, tonight's dinner, crab and salad, and then we'll get on the road tomorrow and see some more stuff.
Yep. Day one of the Nullarbor. Or yeah.
Yep, day one of the Nullarbor or whatever. I don't know where the Nullarbor starts, but we're classing it as the Nullarbor.
Lollipop.
Good night, guys.
Alright, day two of the Nullarbor, here we go.
The big wombat. Big wombat is next.
There's heaps of quirky things along the Nullarbor,
Well, there's Mr. Wombat.
and we'd picked a few things that the boys would like, just to keep them interested, as it is a long drive.
What is it, Finny? Minion tyres?
Big back. Big
What do you reckon, big fella? Is it what you pictured?
Mommy, look in the...
Moving on.
So, Nick's on edge about the fuel situation.
No,
He is.
I just don't want to pay the big money for it. So, from like people that have been coming the other way, they said it's dearest in the middle of the Nullarbor. So we've got enough fuel for about roughly 1,000 Ks on board. And it's cheap here, it's $1.88. And so we're just going to keep going forward so we miss that very high price in the middle. Aleня, we'll save a couple hundred bucks.
I just think he's funny. Sorry. Lennox and I have been watching a few reels while we're waiting for Dad to pay for the petrol. And what are we going to do, Lennox?
And I...
We're going to play a prank on him. We're going to see if it works.
You have a taste.
You want a taste of what? The chips. I'll give you one. Well, we couldn't scare the big fella, and there was no wind today, making it a perfect time to camp at the Bunda Cliffs. But there were a few stops before then.
So, big day in the car today. Well, not too big, but big for us. But we've reached the Nullarbor Roadhouse.
We have.
Look at the old Nullarbor. Everyone has got a picture in front of that I have seen on Instagram, Facebook and everything. So,
We may as well do the same.
we can't even get in front of it. You're a loser. Anyway, we're going to stretch our legs. And there's not a hell of a lot of wind today, so our plan is Bunda Cliffs.
Yeah. We did have a look at Fowler's.
Had a look at Fowler's Bay. It was pretty foul.
No, it was good, but yeah, we did decide not to stay there.
Keep punching on while we had a tailwind. So now we're going to have a little stretch here, Bunda Cliffs. A little surprise for you tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, cheese! Aleня, $2.78.
Lucky we did.
Nearly
fill
a
up.
whole dollar dearer here.
Lucky we did fill up.
And she was laughing at me. She was laughing.
We just turned off after going, we're just following Wiki Cams, and there's a few points of interest, and we just went past the sock tree, and there's a bear tree.
Pretty disappointing.
It was a little bit disappointing, and yeah, there wasn't really anywhere to stop. Anyway, so now we turned off to 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐸 Cave or whatever it is, and it's just like this gravel road.
Yep, and does that lead us down to our camp tonight?
I think so.
Hopefully, because I'm getting over driving.
Yeah, I'm a bit over it. Let's find this cave first. Holy, it's a big crater. Holy dooly. You going down there, big fella?
Head first.
Woo! Nearly bust up.
Nearly. That's pretty cool.
Isn't it?
What to make an
Oh, big fella. It's an interesting climb down.
Don't look up, Dale.
That's a laser one.
Look at all that, Ollie, over our head. We're at the bottom. This is the base of the caves, and they just go straight down. That hole there and that hole there keeps going down. Come on, climbing Daisy.
We're not called the diamond.
I wouldn't fit down that hole Finny just went down. All right, let's go, boys. Who farted? That wasn't me. ℼ𝔼𝐼𝐻, tell the truth.
No, I promise you it wasn't me.
The noise come from the back.
No, it didn't. It came from Finny's little bum.
Well, we've pulled up at the Bunda Cliffs, and this spot is absolutely amazing. Like, it's not too windy today, it is overcast, and it's still like just crazy.
Lollipop!
Yeah, lollipop. Yeah, crab lollipop. We're eating lollipop crabs. These boys are spoiled. So this is the last of our crab from last week's episode, and yeah, the plan is finish this crab. Mummy's in there cooking steak burgers, and then just chill here, beer. Well, we've got up this morning. Hopefully today's going to be a better day than yesterday. Yesterday, the kids were painful. That's why we probably didn't film a hell of a lot. They were next level painful.
But they're going to be good today.
They are going to be good, yep. Because today is our little surprise. But we're standing now on the edge of Australia, boys. Out there is the Great Australian Bight. Yeah, they don't care. But how is it today? There's hardly been any wind last night and this
It was
morning.
a little bit windy last night, but
Yeah.
then like this morning there's like nothing, and it's just beautiful.
I know, and it's a tailwind. This never happens to us.
Well, let's get on the road.
I know, we had a tailwind yesterday and we got one today, so that's just
Even better.
even better.
Today's a good day.
Today is a good day. It's starting out very good. Look at this. Boom. Straight down.
Bunda Cliffs is definitely an amazing campsite and changes so much as the different lights hit the cliff edge. This was definitely our favourite camp along the Nullarbor.
When we rocked up here, I like had a look over the cliffs, and I was like, no way are we going so close. Like, yes, it's beautiful, but mum brain of the kids, even myself, or like the middle of the night, the cliff just bloody breaking. So Nick and I had a bit of a fight, but that's why we're back there. Don't mind me.
Here we are. This is our surprise, boys. We've just let some air out of the tyres. We're looking down a dirt road.
We're doing what we love to do, go and find those places.
Yeah, so not many people know about it, but there's a road running parallel with the tar road. It's a dirt road. It's called the Old Air Highway.
So we're getting off that main road and going on a dirt one.
Yep, let's do it. And we just gotta wait for it to get in gear. Someone's door's open.
Oh. Is it Finn? Finn, is it yours?
That's mine. Alright, now we can go.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open.
The Old Air Highway was the original link between South Australia and Western Australia and was in service for over 40 years. When the new bitumen road that we now take was built, the track was pretty well abandoned overnight and hasn't seen much or any maintenance since.
Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
I was expecting it to be like an actual road, something like the ℉𝔼𝐼𝐻 track. But it's not. This is an actual track. Woo-hoo!
being a less travelled road, it didn't take long to start seeing some wildlife, like old mate Dingo.
Oh, Nicky.
Eagles are my ultimate favourite animal. I'm gonna get the drone out and have a battle with him.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's my eagle. He's just staying there too. I wonder if he's going to rip the drone apart. Look how big they are. He doesn't care, he's just like...
He's about to mess up our GoPro, that's for sure. Our GoPro, our drone.
Massive, eh? Look at him, he just does not care.
Is he looking at you?
Yeah.
You are not. Are you actually going to catch it? No way, Nick. Oh, what could go wrong here?
Yeah!
Good job.
That's awesome, eh? I'm stoked with that eagle. That's just the highlight of my Australia trip, that. Well, I don't know what we're expecting out of this track, but there's been quite a little bit of rain beforehand, hasn't there?
There must have been.
Must have been. There's these little, I'm going to call them puddles. They're just like maybe 1 metre by 1 metre. I don't know, you might be able to see that one down there. But like you dip one wheel in there and like that's what happens.
I don't know how such small puddles can make such a mess.
I know, and that might be an issue for us when we're crossing the border. Anyways, this is a good section of track though. It's no corrugations or anything. It's been pretty bad, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been pretty bad, but look at the burnt down car. I think they're cool.
It's always cool out here. Yeah, they're bullet holes.
I sort of like seeing these like sort of burnt, broken down cars. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it just gives the whole track a bit of character.
Yeah. So we're seeing a dingo, an eagle, car, the heaps of those, what are they called? Shingleback lizards,
Yeah.
heaps of those. And we
A
whilst
bunny rabbit.
a bunny rabbit, he ran across the road. While we're out, we may as well check if the van's alright in there, should we? We're just going to do a once over on the whole boat, everything, make sure everything's all good.
One of the main attractions along the old air highway, and on our list to visit, is ℕ𝐼𝐴 Homestead, one of the original places travellers would stop, fuel up and rest before the new highway was built.
If anyone's ever heard of a water fast, we're supposed to be water fasting, Eleni and I, for 24 hours, but I was just tightening the stone guard up on the front of the caravan, and looks like you're eating. Thank God, because I'm starving.
Good time.
What did we last, 5 hours?
No. Since 8 o'clock last night.
Oh, what is the time now? Lunchtime, 12 o'clock.
So 12,
Oh, quick maths, quick
13,
maths.
14, 15, 16,
Use your
nearly
fingers.
17 hours. That's pretty good.
We were asleep for, what, 2 of them?
Doesn't matter.
Making up the homestead is caves, old shearing shed, a blowhole, and the actual homestead, which was originally a railway station functioning in the mid-1900s.
So this is the cave, fully fenced, and can't really see much. There is like a ladder over the fence, but then a sign next to it saying no entry, so
Who knows?
it's conflicting. So we're moving on to the next spot.
We're confused.
Yeah, we just wasted 14 kilometres worth of fuel.
Oh, it's not wasted. We've seen it now.
We've seen it. We ticked it off the list.
Seen the edges.
We've seen the outer rim.
Moving on.
Moving on. Oi, oi, boys, Finn. Oi, bad boys.
Walk on it.
Finny, come here. Let her have a look at your hair, mate. She's pretty wild.
Oh, beautiful, man.
All right.
Go on then.
This is the shearing sheds.
This is pretty cool.
Ooh, there it is.
Mom, look at this one. Yeah.
I reckon they would have done them up against there. Because then they would have shoved them out the doors into the pens.
You have no idea, do you?
Not really, no. Yep, let's herd these sheep. Yep, keep going. Yeah, get in there, get in there. Oh, can't get, no, we can't go in there, Finny. Look, there's no floor. Look at all the sheep poo. Alright, this way, boys, we'll go check something else out. This is our next spot. This is a blowhole in the middle, like. Look at your hair. That's it. Now step back, doll, because people won't believe us.
Wild.
Yeah, look, boom. So we're probably at least 50 to 100 k's off the coast at this point that we're at, and it's got to go to the.
That is so nice to cool down.
It's got to go to the beach, doesn't it? Like the coast.
Must do.
That's the reason you have short shorts on.
You weirdo.
That's so good. It's pretty hot out here. It'd be 40 degrees. Don't fall down, boys.
What's down there, boys?
A whole lot of niceness.
see the cub.
You can see grass.
Yeah, there. Hi.
We aren't too sure why we like this blowhole so much, and to be honest, we still don't. We spent a couple of hours walking around and looking at all the history and the old homestead. Even all the cars here have a story. If they couldn't make the crossing, this was their final resting place. Back in the day, this place would have been similar to the current roadhouses we get fuel and accommodation at today. There would have been travellers all through here back in the day.
It's even got the old fuel pumps and everything. So this would be like the roadhouses that you pass on the main tar road back in the day. This is a roadhouse. And that car is the first people we've seen all day. Yes. I know, pretty cool. Bit of a step back in time really, isn't it?
The old homestead is actually built from old railway sleepers, and you can still walk through it today.
Beer $1.50. I'll get one.
There is nothing out here, so like living here back in the day would have been hard yakka.
Yeah, bloody ocean wood.
It's hard sitting in an aircon.
Trump.
It's me eagle doll.
It's your mate's home.
I know, it's his house. We were just driving along and I was like, wow, that's an eagle's nest. I don't know if anyone's been living in it or whatever, but that's cool, eh? I've never seen one, especially this close.
Anyone living in it?
I don't think there's been one for a while in here. But have a look at all the bones he's been chewing off. See all the bones and all that there? He's picked up everything. He's got like spikes. There's a head over here. That's, oh, do you know what that is? That's a rat. Surely. You know how they got front teeth and then the back little gnawers? Like a...
Oh, how cool's that?
That might be a rat. Oh, here we go, Anya. It's a ratosaurus.
We're not going to sit here all afternoon and put together body parts.
Alright, let's go. That's cool though.
You love a good eagle.
I love an eagle. If I had to pick an animal that I would come back as, it would be an eagle.
We just got to camp and it is awesome, right on the cliff's edge. And the boys, as they always do, every time we get to camp, they go, I'm hungry. So they're in for a surprise because we literally have hardly anything left because we're crossing the border tomorrow. So I might give them a treat. Well, I've got a really good surprise for you. Are you ready? Are you steady? That's your afternoon tea. It's a bit like a chocolate bar. Oh, is that nice?
What?
Boys, we're going to have to eat all the carrots because we're crossing the border tomorrow and we've got a lot of them. So you eat those carrots. Well, on that note, welcome to ◍𝔼𝐼𝐻's Gourmet Cooking. So, because we're going across the border, we don't really have too much stuff, but I've also got to look for what we can't take over into WA. So I'm going to go through the van and see what we don't have, put it all on the table. What we do have, we aren't allowed on the table. Just going to literally cook it all and like just chuck it in a pie. And see how it works out. Literally, chuck it all in. Onions, that hurts, eh? I'm just trying to cut it all up. I needed to make like the base for the actual pie. So I'm literally just putting puff pastry around the pan. So I thought I'd check my base and it's going to look at this. I don't know what.
I feel like it was just all hanging off the back.
Yeah, it was.
What's this droopy stuff?
Well, it's just the leftover. I just wanted to puff a bit. You know how like when I previously cooked pies.
I feel like you cut that off and then put it on top of the pie and it goes puffy. I feel like
it wasn't meant to do this. It's gonna work, isn't it, Ollie? This good old packet mix French onion soup and a bit of water. I'm gonna mix it together and let it just do its thing. My plan was to make it raise a little bit so it's not like soggy. Cook the contents that's going in it. Put it in, put the top on and cook.
Placement. Oh yes, there it is.
This is coming off.
Wait, did I say something that was right before?
No.
◍𝔼𝐼𝐻.
It's just coming off. Alright, let's see how she goes. Well, Mum's done it again. I think anyway. It looks pretty good. I didn't dish it up very nicely.
Never is, ◍𝔼𝐼𝐻, never is.
You are so spoiled. Have a taste of my pie.
Actually, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you surprised, are you?
Did you use French onion soup mix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
It worked well, didn't it?
Yeah. Base is a bit soggy.
Oh, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know. No, it's good. I'm going to give you an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Lennox, what are you giving me?
8.
8. Finny, what are you giving me? 8. 8, yay! Anyway, I am stoked because we got another dinner there, so that's sorted for another night. Anyway, we're going to eat this up. I think I did pretty well, that cooking segment.
Well, good morning. Have a go at that. The boys have got us up super early this morning. Who's woken us up? Anyway, today's the day we're going to finally cross into WA after 6 years of travelling. First, we'll probably watch that sunrise from our caravan window because it's cold out here, that wind. And it's like another day of sort of side tailwind, like a diagonal, which is good for us. What was your deal last night, big fella? Well, I don't know what's happened to the wind, but it's just gone. So we can sit out here finally and have a cup of tea. But we thought we'd recap on yesterday because we sort of just, you know, ended it here at this camp. We didn't really say how good that old air highway was.
Yeah, it was. It was so much fun.
I know, it was. It was just one of those ones we weren't expecting to be that good. I thought it would just be a straight road, but there's plenty on it to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the eagle.
You loved your eagle.
I know. If it was just a straight dirt road with an eagle on it, it'd be the best thing in the world.
That's why the air highway was good, guys.
yeah, but it changed it up a bit. It's only 200 k's long or something like that. It brings you out a border town, and obviously that's where you cross the border. So you can't sneak in through the back through WA. Well, I'm sure there's a back road. We're not doing that. We're gonna today.
We're hitting the border.
Hitting the border, and we'll probably make use of this tailwind, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
Try and put a few kilometres behind us.
Anyway, this camp we're at though, free. I love the camping along the Nullarbor. It's awesome.
I know.
And for free, like.
I know.
It's amazing.
We were talking about, you know, the Nullarbor Roadhouse and all those things that people post pictures of and blah, blah, blah. We weren't disappointed with them, but it was not what we thought. But this sort of thing, the unexpected.
That's enough jibber jabber, Nick and ℕ𝔼𝐼𝐿. It was time to cross the border, which we weren't very far from at all. We had to stop and get a photo in front of Skippy though before we crossed.
Uh-oh, quarantine station! This is actually our first one we've ever been to.
Ever been stopped
Yeah, stopped at, sorry, I should say.
Checkpoint ahead, all vehicles must stop. Roger that.
They're pretty thorough with their inspection at the border, and we had to show all the fridges, all the cupboards, and they even sifted through the mud on the truck to see if there was any seeds, etc. But it wasn't long before we're into WA.
We are here.
I know. 6 years we've waited to get to this place.
Feels good, eh?
Oh, there's a few people that want some pictures up our butt, so we better get in and keep going. But yes, WA baby, here we are.
With the food stocks getting dangerously low, the decision was made to make use of this tailwind we had and put some kilometres behind us. There was still a whole lot of straight road left in front of us.
I'm just watching a movie. Well, I've been out there sweating me ring-a-ding off.
I fed your kids.
Can we get back on the road now?
Yep. Finish my episodes, let's go.
Here we go, so we just made it into Norseman, which is where the cheaper fuel is. It's $2.06 here. This is probably where we'll end our Nullarbor journey, but we are going to run through some stats for you. I've done a quick calculation. I reckon it's around that 25 litres to the 100. But once we fill this up, we'll know exactly how much fuel is left in the tank, and we can give you right to the litre, milliliter. 126 litres, so that's a 140 litre tank, so we're roughly about 15 litres left over. So I'll do some calculations and then I'll give you the results.
Well, we have done it.
We've done it.
And we thought we'd end the episode off giving you a bit of stats on our trip.
Yeah, and a little bit of info to help you out.
Yeah, so we actually spent 5 days and 6 nights along the Nullarbor, and we did a lot of driving, so you could easily spend...
You spend more.
Yeah, way longer.
Yeah, or you could just do it in a couple of days like people do.
Yeah.
We spent $0 on accommodation.
So many free camps, so many free camps, amazing free camps.
Yeah, they are actually, especially the Bunda Cliffs and that whole old air highway. There's camps, yeah, anyway.
Even the gravel pits. Like Look, it's a gravel pit and it's free, so like you can't complain, but I don't know
They're
how you
good
say they're
gravel
good.
pits. They're good gravel
Yeah,
pits.
you're tucked away, you can find your own little space. I think they're really good. Anyway.
Moving on. All right, the highest price on the Nullarbor for fuel. Now, we didn't pay this ourselves because we have the fuel range, but it was at the Nullarbor Roadhouse, and it was around that $2.70, $2.80 mark.
And just remember, guys, like things change all the time, so don't take what we're saying as thingo. But yeah, we use fuel maps. If you have fuel maps.
Yeah, that'll help you out.
Yeah, it will.
The highest fuel price we paid on the Nullarbor was actually at Ceduna, believe it or not, where we filled up everything, and it was $1.89 per litre, which is not much at all.
No, that was really good.
I know. The total fuel for our whole Nullarbor crossing from Ceduna to Norseman was 344 litres, costing us $650. Which I don't think is too bad. So the kilometres travelled. Now, the truck, because of the bigger rims and tyres, the speedo isn't correct. So it actually says we've done less kilometres than we have. But we're going to go on the less kilometres, which will give us a higher reading in fuel per 100 kilometres. But that's all right, whatever. So it'll be less, anyway, doesn't matter. So we travelled 1,292.1 kilometres. Can you hear the kids? They're going mad. And so that averages out at about 26.6 litres per 100 kilometres for Big Sue's. Now, I reckon
That's pretty good.
that's bloody good.
Yeah, that's really good.
For a truck like this, with all the gear on it, I think
And like
that's
we
bloody
were
good.
full and like towing, obviously, so
Yeah, water, everything was full. Fuel, water, everything.
that was really good.
And in that
Surprised.
too, we've got downtime when we're filming, and also the dirt road where our tyres were down half pressures for gravel road.
Yeah, true, because that old air highway was awesome.
Yeah,
That was so cool, actually.
when you factor all that in, that's a bloody good litres per 100 kilometres, I
Yeah,
reckon.
it is. Do you want to hold this GoPro? My arm's getting sore.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, that's enough to end it. You can hear the kids ripping the van apart behind us.
So we better go and tame them.
Yep, we're in WA. We'll see you on the next one.